I work with other wholesalers, and this one guy, I've been like, he's been sending me pretty good deals. But they're all on market, right? And their EMD is super high. But at first I was like, oh, this EMD is ridiculous. But then, like, as I go about, like, the wholesaling journey, like, if the EMD is higher, the actual, buyer is more serious about purchasing it. But the fact that it's on market may make it like, if that makes any sense, and be like, that, like, just wait until, the contract is up, the inspection period is up, and then they'll just go take it down.
Stuff that's on market, you're assuming that the buyers are thinking they're working with a wholesaler that can't close. And so that's the thing. Like, yes, some buyers will wait it out and they might miss it because, I mean, look, if I have a deal that's on market and if I'm chasing it, I'm going to close it, whether I wholesale it or not. So I tell that to my buyers. I'm like, I have this under contract. It was on market, but I got it at a good price. I intend to close it if I don't wholesale it. So here's an opportunity. Mm-hmm. Right. So I will write that in the email. But on the other side of that, the one wholesaler you're talking about right now that's asking for super high EMD and all that, I mean, I think that's just one example of how somebody's working. That doesn't sound like the norm for me. Like, how high is their EMD?
Like 75.
Yeah, I mean, for Texas, that's not normal, right? It's usually like, 2,000 to 5,000 for deals in Texas. So, again, it shouldn't matter if you're getting an option and if they're allowing you to market it, how high the EMD is. If it's a deal, then if you can get an option and market it, then you can still try. Right. A buyer who's serious is going to be just as serious at a 7,500 EMD as they are at a $2,500 EMD. No one wants to lose money.
Right.
Right. So my thought is, if it shouldn't make you feel that your buyer is more serious because they put a little bit more EMD in. Right. If they're going non-refundable on their EMD, they're serious.
Right.
$1,000 or $10,000.
Okay. And then, like, they also ask for proof of funds, like, just to make sure they're able to fund it. I mean, I know that that's something I want to implement as well, like, because, some buyers will really be wholesalers or whatever, or they might not even be able to really fund it. And then you get tied up with them and they can't even get the funding.
I think if they're putting up their EMD, it should be okay. Look, this wholesaler sounds like a pain in the ass, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, I probably wouldn't work with that wholesaler because they're creating so much friction to do business with them.
Right.
Right. Like, I've done over 5,000 wholesale deals. Not once have I ever insulted a buyer by saying, send me a proof of funds.
Mm-hmm. So you think that'll be an insult?
I mean, if they're coming in with non-refundable EMD,
right,
and then I'm like, send me your POF, it's just, they're going to be like, bro, what's the matter with you? I'm coming in with non-refundable earnest deposit, and you want to see my proof of funds? You're just making it harder to do business with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So okay. I would say these wholesalers that you're working with, they seem not to get the game well, mm-hmm. or they're making it harder. There's hundreds of others out there that are going to be easier to work with.
Right.